if in order to achieve Buddha's enlightenment by eliminating worldly passions, it will take 3 major asamhaya, but we don't have such patience to wait for 3 asamhaya to spend 10 to the power 56 multiplied 3. We don't have such patience. We want to be saved in this lifetime because we are suffering. We are already in great pain while we are here, and we want to be saved right now. How can we achieve that? And we hear that Buddha's compassion is unlimited, boundless. Buddha has limitless compassion, and Buddha said he cannot leave those people in agony behind and do nothing. That's if Buddha does nothing to help us, we can't say Buddha's compassion is unlimited or boundless. All people, from Buddha's eyes, all people are suffering. Yeah, especially under this present unprecedented circumstances, people have anxiety. Am I going to die? The governor of California said, in 8 weeks, half the population in California will be infected. Maybe I assume many people are in panic now. I'm not laughing. I feel pity, including about me. I'm not so much in panic, but my anxiety got deepened. People are suffering. Oh, what should I do if the toilet paper ran out? What should I do if my water ran out? And we got order to stay home. Governor said, don't go out. Or the mayor said, don't go out. So people are developing cabin fever, confined in a small house. Yeah, 1 month ago, when we heard the news about the cruise ship, all the passengers were confined in a small cabin. So literally, they developed a cabin fever. They were in a cabin. And then we took pity on them. Oh, I'm sorry, they are confined. They lost freedom to go out for as long as 2 weeks. And now we are almost in the same situation. Although, we can go out, we can exit our house, We can go for shopping for food. We can do some exercise outside. It's not prohibited by law. We have that freedom. But still, situation is tough. People are suffering. What can Buddha do to us? Actually, Shakyamuni Buddha and Amida Buddha are working very hard to save us. Amida Buddha made a promise to save us in an instant. Amida Buddha didn't say you should wait for next lifetime or future lifetime to be saved. His compassion reaches out to people, even those people who are on their deathbed. Amida Buddha's compassion reaches out to coronavirus patients who are having so much difficulty in breathing. Those patients on the verge of dying. Amida Buddha's promise is it happens in an instant, so that even a coronavirus patient who might die in 1 minute or 30 seconds, even those patients are Amida Buddha's objects of salvation. But if we have to eliminate our worldly passions in order to be saved, we can't make it, because we are made of worldly passions. We cannot eliminate our worldly passions in a second or in a minute, or even if we spend 30 years, it's impossible. Even such a prodigy of Mount Hiei, Master Shinran, failed. So, such a lazy person like me, compared with Master Shinran, I'm like, how can I say? I'm so retarded. Such a retarded person like me, how can I eliminate my worldly passion by self-power practices? I need 3 asamheya. Maybe I need more. Buddha's compassion is not like that. Amida Buddha pledged to save me in an ichinen moment. So he said, he doesn't say, I should eliminate my worldly passions, because it takes such a long time. But he said, worldly passions are not the root cause of suffering. Worldly passions is not the root cause of suffering. The root cause of suffering is dark mind. Because it's darkness, it can be dispelled in an instant. Do you know how to dispel darkness? Yeah. I'm talking about things in general in our daily life. If the room is dark, how would you dispel that darkness in the room? What do you need?
You need to turn on the light.
Exactly. What you need is the light. Once light comes, the darkness leaves. So it's instant, it's simultaneous. When the light comes, darkness leaves, or when the darkness leaves, the light comes. It happens simultaneously. And no matter how long the room has been dark, it doesn't take long time to dispel the darkness. It's always in an instant. Even a certain room has been dark for the past 500 years, still it doesn't take much long time. It takes just an instant to dispel that darkness. When the light comes, such a long period of darkness also will be dispelled in an instant. And this darkness is the root cause of suffering for all people. And it can be eliminated in an instant. So, in an instantaneous moment, we will be saved. So, nothing is necessary for this salvation. There is no condition at all. No training, no academic background, no intelligence, no meditation, even no faith. For encountering Amida Buddha's salvation, what is most important is hearing. Listen and hear. We listen to the Dharma and deepen our understanding, and then at the final moment we hear. Our teacher says we hear Amida Buddha's live voice, Amida Buddha's real voice, and then we achieve absolute happiness. We will hear Amida Buddha's voiceless voice, but it's so big. We hear a very big voice. And then we will achieve oneness with Buddha's mind. That's absolute happiness. So there's no condition at all for Amida Buddha's salvation. Amida Buddha's salvation is unconditional. Only hearing. This is written in Raja Sutra. In Raja Sutra, Shakyamuni Buddha said, hear the name. Hear the name. Then you achieve absolute happiness, oneness with Buddha's mind. So that's why in Pure Buddhism, there's no too much emphasis on meditation and no emphasis of self-power practice. Listening is the most important practice. And in order to demonstrate this, Master Shinran ate meat and took a wife in public. He showed this with his behavior to all people. Amida Buddha's salvation reaches out to everybody without any discrimination. So, vegetarian, meat eater, single people, married people, no discrimination. So people's true nature is the same. This is the true intention of Shakyamuni Buddha and Amida Buddha's mind. But to understand this takes time. So even today, there are so many Buddhist followers who emphasize meditation, fasting, staying celibate. Those Buddhist followers look down on Pure Buddhism. Because they don't know the root cause of suffering. I think you watched the part 2 of animated movie of Master Shinran.
Yeah.
After his marriage, he was criticized so much and he got a lot of blasphemy. People laugh at them and bad-mouthed him, saying crazy monk, corrupt monk, and this, people don't understand this. Buddhist monks should be vegetarian and should not get married, and because eating meat is a sin, and getting married is also a sin. So people think in this way because they don't know the root cause of suffering is dark mind, not the worldly passions. If you really understand the root cause of suffering is dark mind, then you will understand Heizei-Gojo. Life's greatest task can be achieved while we are still alive. Amida's salvation can happen in an instant. Pure Land in this world will be achieved in an instant because Amida Buddha's vow ship is in front of you. You will be taken aboard this great ship in an instant. That's the teaching of Heizei-Gojo. Life's greatest task can be achieved in an instant while we are still here. Are you following? Hello? Oh, okay. Maybe internet connection is not so great today.
Yeah.
Your voice was a little low. You hear me well?
Yeah.
Okay. So, if you read sutra really carefully, what I shared now is written in the larger sutra. What I talked about now is written in the larger sutra. In the larger sutra, Shakyamuni Buddha shared Amida Buddha's 48 vows, and Shakyamuni Buddha also shared his interpretation of Amida Buddha's vow. There are something unclear in Amida Buddha's vow, so he shared Shakyamuni's own interpretation of Amida Buddha's vow in this sutra. So if you read larger sutra very carefully, you will understand Heizei-Gojo. It's all written in this sutra. So, Heizei-Gojo is the hallmark of Shinran's teaching, but this is not a unique teaching. This is just the true intention of Shakyamuni Buddha, core essence of Shakyamuni's teaching. That's why Master Shinran always said, I'm not sharing something new. I'm not sharing unique teaching. All I'm sharing is Shakyamuni Buddha's teaching and nothing else. Okay, today I am running out of time. Time is up. So I will continue this on Monday.